Hi everyone, Gianni Di Poce here with you for TheoTrade, and today is Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. Stocks are still trying to find a bid after what could have been a washout low on Monday. So basically what happened to start this week is stocks gapped down and they continued lower into the early hours of Monday morning. But then we had another taco tweet that said negotiations in some way, shape, or form were ongoing with Iran, and stocks ripped higher. But ever since that pop that we had around 6 a.m. on Monday morning, stocks have been backfilling, trying to find a sustainable bid with not much luck. And a lot of that has to do with energy, which I'll discuss in just a moment. But today, especially, noticing some laggard behavior from the Nasdaq, which is something that I view as rather problematic. I prefer to see the Nasdaq outperforming to the upside, along with technology and chips and so on and so forth. You actually have that playing out with semiconductors outperforming both the S&P and the Nasdaq, even the Russell 2000, which, by the way, is the strongest index of all today, up just under 0.5% so far. So that's good news. You are seeing certain areas of the market hold up better than others. Various cash indices didn't make new lows yet this week, obviously, because the big bid happened before the cash market opened. So that's the good news, is that you have chips outperforming, but technology as a broader sector still struggling to find its feet. Meanwhile, you have the energy sector that continues to dominate. XLE hitting a new all-time high here, and as long as this sector continues to be the top performer, you're going to have some issues with the sustainability of any form of rallies. Fortunately, I have some positioning in the energy space. My trade here in Magnolia Oil that I took back in the end of January continues to make new all-time highs. EQT also holding up well, but it's not like there are no opportunities within the tech space at all. I mean, just check out the price of Dell here. Dell, is this a new all-time high? I believe it is. Not quite, almost. The all-time high here is from May 2024. But you are seeing really nice bid in this stock come through. So this is a large cap tech name. This is not some, fall by the wayside type of tech company that no one has heard of. This is a big company, tremendous accumulation taking place. Bulls just absolutely dominating momentum, and this has actually been rewarding us nicely in what's been a very volatile tape. But this has been an environment that continues to be one that rewards smaller position sizes, because there's a lot of whipsaw activity, numerous occasions where stocks will be up 10, 12% next day. One day, the next day, they're down 15%, only to be up 20% the following day. So a highly volatile environment. And this is going to continue as long as the VIX remains elevated. We haven't really seen the VIX get slammed hard. You did get that slam, obviously, Monday morning when stocks were bid, but you're just not seeing the VIX completely flush lower, whether it's futures or the cash. Although I will say, I am cautiously optimistic about how stocks hit a new low this week, especially the futures. But the VIX, whether it's cash or futures, did not make a new high. It's been since the 9th of March that we've seen the VIX hit a new high. But that correlation that I've been highlighting between crude oil and the VIX is still very much alive. And I can zoom in here on the short-term time frame on the price of crude oil, 15-minute chart. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. Pretty much following the VIX almost to a T, with some slight deviations. But again, this market is at the mercy of energy prices, and the biggest problem is that when inflationary pressures are increasing, and remember, crude oil is the primary driver of inflation, it actually presents the most volatile environment for stocks compared to a falling inflationary environment, or a rising rate environment, or a falling rate environment. In most cases, interest rates are going to rise when inflation is going up, because that's what they're designed to do. But when you're in an environment where inflation is accelerating and the market is pricing in more inflation in the months ahead, forward returns for stocks tend to be the lowest compared to the other categories that I just mentioned. So despite the setup that we have for the decline in stocks to cease or pause, you still have tremendous headwinds before a rally can begin, and unless crude oil sells off hard. Now, one thing that I have been discussing and observing here is, could crude oil follow a similar trajectory as what we've seen in precious metals? So, gold and silver absolutely hammered to start this week, taking out the lows from early February. So this is the big correction that I've been looking for, especially in this quarter. You've erased all of the gains that you had going back to basically the start of December, end of February, or end of November here, excuse me. So this is a pretty big sell-off. And, there's been a lot of commentary saying, oh, hey, oil's going to follow the price of gold and silver. Okay, well, it can to the upside, but also to the downside. So if you do get this type of flush, lower in oil prices, I think stocks will do very well. And, the warning sign may indeed be in precious metals. So keep a close watch on those because they may be teasing us in terms of what's to come in oil prices. Now, obviously, bonds still struggling. Long-term bonds continue to struggle the most. You are getting a little bit of a bid here. We'll see if that takes. But again, to my point, inflation, market pricing in higher inflationary pressures, and that's a big, big headwind for bond prices, especially on the long end of the curve. Now, there's also been a lot of chatter on private credit, and it's never a good thing to see these companies ceasing redemptions or limiting redemptions. But I do think that this is something that the Fed would step in and support if need be, similar to the regional banking crisis that we had in the spring of 2023. I'm actually going to show you a longer term chart of stocks here. Spring of 2023, this was right here. This was an excellent time to be accumulating stocks. The market had already bottomed, 5 to 6 months before that. So don't let the headlines necessarily scare you. I think the bigger risk right now continues to be in the energy supply shock stage of things, especially outside of the U.S., in Asia, in Europe, much more vulnerable to the prices of energy in that regard, and that explains why Brent prices have been so much stronger than WTI prices in the energy space. So that's what's going on the energy complex. And when it comes to inflation, let's go ahead and take a look here at cryptocurrencies, which has drawn my attention largely because it's been so strong relative to stocks over the last several weeks. I mean, Bitcoin hit its low on February 6th, and it's been mostly trending higher since then, not in a decisive manner, but this is, I would argue, a good sign when it comes to risk appetite. If everything was truly falling apart, I wouldn't expect cryptocurrencies to be holding up in the manner they are. Now, obviously, a lot more work needs to be done, but you do have a little bit of a bid coming in here. We'll see where we finish the day. More importantly, where we finish the week. Remember, there's that infamous 4-year cycle in cryptocurrencies. Ethereum much further along in its 4-year cycle compared to Bitcoin, because Ethereum's bottomed in June of 2022, whereas Bitcoin's bottomed in November of 2022. So really, it's at any time. If you do get one more final flush lower, I'd look for stocks to follow it. But again, I think it just comes back to us all being at the mercy of energy prices. If they continue to hold up and they don't break down, VIX is going to remain elevated. That's going to present some, trickiness in terms of riding clean trends to the upside in stock. So that's what I have for today, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the TheoTrade chat room. Till next time, take care.